Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hopefully, everybody is doing great. Happy Tuesday morning, and it's time for a quick live trading session. Man, so I did my homework, not homework, but what I did is I prepared my walking pad before getting started on the live stream. So you should be proud of me. So I'm not gonna have to mute, and you're gonna be able to not hearing the squeaky noise while we're getting started. Yeah, let's go. Oh, actually, let me get this dog out. 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Alright, completely forgot. I did everything, man. I got my walking pad ready. I got everything ready, but forgot to take the dog out. God damn. So, alright, so I did walk. It should not squeak, because, yeah, we should be good. We should be good. Oh, man. How's the sound? How's the sound? I just want to know if the walking pad is too loud. Should be good. It's not squeaking now, right? So, all right. So everybody, hopefully, is doing great. Let me know if it's your first time here. Welcome, welcome back. I mean, welcome if it's your new. Welcome back if you're an existing followers. I know I'm not the I'm not extremely constant on my live stream right now because there's a lot of things going on. So, like last week, I was supposed to do a Forex talk over beer on Thursday night, and I was like, shit, man, I got something coming up. So, unfortunately, I was not able to do it. Okay, so, man, massive trade, man, that happened. If you were on the live stream last week, you would seen that I talked about the trade, took the trade, all over the weekend, big mistake. Wicked me out on Monday, and boom, TP, man. I was like, damn it. That's why I usually never hold during the weekend, but it is what it is. All right, so good morning, Paul, man. Oh, you're back, dude. You're back. It's not as good. Pat is fine. All right, sweet, man. Let's get this thing going. Let me just go close my patio door, and I'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna make some adjustment in some stuff because the market. I mean, I'm sure you probably all realize that the market is moving, kind of effy way, these days. So we're gonna talk about that. There's a lot of things that I'm gonna be like fine tuning because I think trading is a skills that whenever what happened, you just need to react and adapt, right? So that's really important. I mean, if you might for maybe 2 years, I was able to get like a good 3-1, 4-1, even 5-1 and more. Now these days, cause kind of, a lot of news happening. So you got some big move rapidly, and after that, market corrects it. So I'm gonna go more like a 2.5 to 3-1 ish, and we're gonna discuss that more on Forex Talk over here on Thursday night. But now let's break this down this morning. Morning, Peter. How you doing, Peter? Did I fuck like? All right, we'll come back to this. Wrecked trading. Hey, Sasha, Brian, what's up? Just popping in to hit the like button. Respect, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Hey, by the way, guys, do not forget to smash the like button as you're coming in. As I'm not super extremely constant right now. I mean, I shouldn't say right now. I'm not been constant on the live stream for maybe last year now. Shit. I do apologize, guys. I'm trying to do my best to help you out. All right, so let's see. Let's see what's good. Let's see what's good with this market. Bam, 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 bam. All right. Drop this a bit. All right. Cool. All right, so let's get going, guys. Let's get it. Here we go. Perfect. All right, so now let's start with DJ. I'm finally getting used to this vertical mouse. I'm still not great at it, but I'm getting better. All right, so fun fact, yesterday with this, some of the members of the last boot camp, yeah, it's been like, what, almost a year, guys? How long it's been? And I keep entertaining them. Look at this, we got that dogtail set up yesterday, right? And if you see, I said, going to touch 199 today. Did I say 199 or what? Was that right? Oh, what? To the T, man. So, alright, so now, let's see here. Like I said, I mean, once we were passing that day, I was like, alright, once we broke here, it's like, alright, we're gonna go touch 199 for sure. And we're gonna come back, and that's exactly what's happened. So, anyways, so grab a pretty good profit here with GJ. Now let's talk about what's next. I mean, weekly is still bullish, and if you look here to the left, if this week close above, I mean, these area here, after that, I mean, look at this. We got clean traffic. Nothing can hold GJ up to 205, So, yeah. After that, now, if you look on the daily, same shit. If you look left here, I mean, if this daily breaks and close above 199, we got a tiny resistance here. But after that, man, look at this. Boom. Yeah. So, which is this one, 200? No, not even. 199, 500. That's exactly where it reacted here. Yeah. So, all right. So if let's see what we're gonna get. So now we did create a new higher high though. So let's modify that. Let's delete this here. You see how this daily golden zone was to the motherfucking T. Bam. Went back down to that golden zone and shoot up, baby. Magnet effect. And that is our new high. Alright, so for the new people joining, The purple line is my major QP, major quarter points. Yeah. By the way, guys, if you're new here, let me know where you're from. If it's your first time you're here, and how did you find us? By the way, if you're part of any group or any trading community, please share that to them. We're just here to help. If there's people in French, I can also answer a question in French. Donc si vous avez des questions en français, ça va me faire plaisir de vous aider aussi. Ça va me faire très plaisir. Et je vais traduire en anglais par la suite. So I just said that if there's French question, I'm gonna answer them and translate after. Okay, so now let's continue here. So now what's next for GJ? I think we can see a continuation trade for GJ because especially now that, especially if this one closed like this week, that's going to be a booby trap candle. But for the continuation trade though, I can see GJ having a little pullback here on the daily. Meaning that we should have a pullback on H4. And if we do, that is something I'm going to be sharing a lot more in details with our small group in the next upcoming days, because I've been backtesting something for a little while now, and especially with the market condition right now, seems to be pretty efficient. Which is going to be a little bit more like kind of day trade-ish, like maybe over 2 days max. But yeah, like I said, you got to react and adapt, you know. So now that's going to be H4 golden zone. I'm going to place an alert here. That's going to tell me, boom. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so alright, so basically I'm going to be waiting for price to come back down to this area, having the switch of structure, and continue to the upside. So I think this also going to be a retesting, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, we already retested this resistance. So alright, so now just a small pullback that we need. Yep. Alright, so GJ, yeah, for sure. Looking good. Now, if you look at GCAD, what's up? So we're bullish on the weekly. We came down to retest previous structure point. Also bullish on the daily. Also came down to retest previous structure point. Also daily area of interest, daily golden zone, major QP 186. But unfortunately, now, today, I don't know what's going on with this candle. We did broke previous high, we did broke previous low, so we're like where the fuck are we going, you know? This weekly, maybe we're going to fill this wick before coming back up. Very possible. We need to respect the safety net. So if you don't know what's the safety net, it's the an area on the fib, basically. By the way, guys, don't be shy, ask a question, because sometimes, yeah, you see, whoa, yeah, the safety net's very low, so we're good. We good. What about the daily though? Yeah, we good. All right, cool. So we're bullish on the weekly and the daily. Now, 4 hour is also bullish. Okay. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Can't remember. Can't remember if I took that trade live. Shoot, I can't remember, man. Me and memory. But whatever. I either paper traded or had a loss here. Can't remember. Can you imagine? So anyways, so the reason why I think I fucked it up on this analysis is really simple. It's here, you know, we did kind of created a new high with this point by breaking this low. Now, if you don't know how to read the market, it's really simple. Price is coming down, making lower low, and lower high, lower low, you know. So now in this area we're bearish. Once we break and close above this point, we flip back bullish. So once I saw that, I was like, alright, so kind of took the move, But in reality, like, I mean, I guess it wasn't that bad because I was in that area once the H4 got the pullback. But the reality is, if I should have waited for the real pullback, you know, oops, not the real pullback, sorry. Wait a second. Whoop, here. For a solid pullback here, retesting this area, I think that would be better. But anyways, no matter what, I got fucked here. I couldn't even tell if it was a paper trade or live, but I know for a fact I fucked it up. Okay, so like I said, I think yesterday I posted also, like I said, GJ. Like GJ was perfect, man. It was perfect, and got wicked out on Monday, opening market, and went straight to TP. Like, you can be like many days with wins, and suddenly bang, you got 1 loss, 2 loss, and that's okay. You know, it's part of the game. Please, guys, do not get destroyed by those losses. Okay, just make sure that when you have a winner, your winner is always bigger than your loser. Okay. The biggest problem with people is they are impatient. They are impatient with winners, and they are patient with losers, which doesn't fucking make sense, you know? So yeah. Anyways, that being said, now we got a new high on the H4. We got now a pullback because there's no elbow here, right? So now, if we use this, now it makes more sense to wait. Now we are inside also a daily golden zone, so I cannot do my, you know, yellow rectangle here because it's gonna be a mess. But just for learning purposes, let's put something orange so you know. There we go. I know it's kind of confusing with a lot of colors. Like blue, yellow, orange. Anyways, so you guys got the point. Now, if you go down to the lower time frame, now I need my H1 to go back bullish because right now we are bearish on H1. Here we go. So the best thing here would be for H1 to do something like this, you know, this, come back above here, retest this point to go up. Okay, so that would be the best. Now let's see, what about 30 minutes? Same shit. So 30 minutes is the same. So stand by on GCAD. I'm gonna keep GCAD here because I think the trade idea still makes sense. If you look on the bigger picture, I think the daily can start pulling back up. Obviously, if this closes like this today, forget about it, right? Because that's going to be a massive daily candle closing back under that major QP. I mean, yeah, fuck it. But it can also close as a doji, and tomorrow we'll be ready to go, you know. So we'll see. We shall see. What about this? Just want to see a little further here on the monthly on GCAD. Just curious because we just opened up a new month a couple of days ago. So yeah, I think now we're just printing that down wick. And we're gonna have a continuous trade because if you look at this monthly candle, like it was a massive one, you know, breaking and closing above 187. And it's massively bullish. Yeah, I can definitely see GCAD continuing to the upside after this pullback. Might just be a little early. I would feel way much better after the close of this daily candle to see where it closed. But again, if it starts pulling back up all the way, we're going to be missing the move. So what I'm going to do is if I see the switch of structure on lower time frame, I'm going to take a lower risk and maybe enter like another position on tomorrow We'll see. But I'm gonna keep GCAT there. All right, so now move. Let's go next. Do we have any question, guys? Where's my water? Guys, don't be shy. All right, I'm gonna try to go. All right. Okay, let's see GU. GU weekly. Bullish. Daily bullish. Nice pullback at this golden zone. Daily area of interest, major QP. Everything makes sense. H4 is bearish, and we are about to create a new lower low here. So stay tuned. We shall see. Oh, what is this? Let's delete this. This we talked about it in Forex Stock Over Beer. It was a nice trade idea to hit top TP. CAD CHF now. But I mean, you guys figured out why I'm not talking too much about this one, because I want to see the next mark and the way it's going to close. If it closes like under here, we're going to create a new lower low. So I'm going to be waiting to switch back bullish at that point, because until then I can do shit. But the structure looks nice, so I'm going to keep it up there because I think the trade idea makes sense. CAD CHF now. Let's see. We got a weekly now. What about the weekly? What about the weekly? Ooh, weekly just created. I mean, not just, but clearly I didn't update my chart. So we have a new lower low and a new lower high right here. Here we go. Perfect. So now let's go check the daily. Is that the right? Is that the good golden zone? Since I didn't update my, yeah, okay. So clearly I did update my daily, but not my weekly. Okay. Oops. Oopsie. Sorry, guys. Perfect. Okay, so now we're about to get this pullback here. Area of interest. I don't think we have any area of interest here on the weekly. It's way too far. What about the daily? Oopsie. Yeah, way too far too. So yeah, so perfect. I got my golden zone, so that's gonna be perfect. Right now we're probably at 382 though, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it because we all know that 382 can also be a rejection area. I prefer the golden zone, obviously. Yeah, we're clearly at 382 now. Okay. All right, so now what about the 4R? 4R is already bearish. I really don't like this shit here. I hate when we start playing inside of a structure. So for me, I would really prefer for the daily to go reach that daily golden zone. So this one, it's not probably going to be ready for a couple days. I'm going to keep it up here because trade idea is good. The structure is nice, except for that H4. Entering daily GC. Alright, cool. Alright, so now CAD GPY. So now you see those orange flag. If you've been following me for a while, you're like, what the hell is those orange flag? So that's kind of modified-ish approach. So CAD GPY, same thing. CAD GPY secured in profit on Friday before the end of the week, the weekend. Was it Friday or Thursday? Anyways, I told the group on Discord, and I kept GG like, fuck. And both went to TP, you know, after that market open. This one I secured in profit, like a bit of profit, like minimal profit, because it was pulling back on Friday. I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna hold like 2 trades over the weekend. But same fucking trade idea, same TP. This one was a 3.4 to 1. Oh well, it is what it is. So now, what's next? So if you look at the weekly now, I mean, weekly was, I mean, the analysis was to the T, man. Everything made sense. Look at this. This is exactly what we planned for, what, 4 weeks, you know? We said, all right, creating a new high. We're going to come back down to the weekly golden zone, which is also the major QP 105, and we're going to start rejecting from there. Unfortunately, I was not able to grab a move from that area, but after that, if you look at the daily, oh yeah, so daily, actually we did grab a move from here to here, and we grab a continuation straight based out of the H4, okay? So the H4 move was really simple, same concept. We got a new high low, pull back, you know, golden zone, major QP, area of interest, and everything was perfect. Honestly, like, it would have been even better if I would have waited for that H4 engulfing. I think I would have had a better entry, but because I can enter the pullback of the next one, but it doesn't matter. Now, if you look at H1, the entry was, I mean, the H1 was already bullish, so I took it on the 30-minute. Was it the 30-minute? Let me see. Let me see. What time was that? Oh yeah, so it wasn't 1 hour. Yeah, so it was after this engulfing here, you know. So clearly my stop was lower. I'm gonna have to check my MT4 because I closed, I think, when was it? Was it on Friday? Where was Friday? Oh yeah, that was exactly, that was Friday. Friday, yeah. I think we were playing around, and like I was like probably like, when I say minimal profit, I was probably like 4 or 5 pips profit, you know, something stupid. But like I said, it was fucking around here all day long on Friday, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna hold this, because the difference with GJ is I was already like in pretty good profit, you know. So I was like, all right, so I can manage the drawdown of market open on Monday versus this one. I was like 4 or 5 pip profit, or 7, 8, 9 pip drawdown, back and forth. So I was like, no, I don't have enough room. I'm gonna get wicked out like in no time on market open. So that's the only difference when I do decide to hold the trade over the weekend or not, you know. So just so you guys know. Yeah. So now, what about this one now? Consideration trade? Absolutely. As soon as this H4 time frame give us a pullback, I'm going to be looking at consideration trade here, because there's nothing indicating we're going to slow down to the upside, especially with what's happening in the world right now. Like you see this guy, you know, banging on Japan yesterday and China, and you know, like, unfortunately, yeah. I mean, any currency is going to do a little bit better in GPY now, like, pretty much, because of that dude. Anyways, by the way, guys, do not forget to smash the like button as you're coming in, because since I'm not consistent on the live stream, the algo doesn't really push it, so need your help here. All right, so what about the daily? Yeah, so clearly I'm gonna be waiting that H4 pullback. So now if you take a look at EuroCAD, this is the exact same idea. If you look here on the weekly, we are bullish, but looks like we might have this pullback now on the weekly. Daily, bullish also, pullback, H4. You see H4 had this nice pullback here on golden zone. This was the trade idea to take it from here. If you took it from here, it makes sense still. Now, did I miss it? That's a question. Did I miss it? Let's see. When was this candle? This was like on Monday, 1 a.m. Just want to check. So Monday, Monday. 1 a.m. was around here. So clearly, I didn't miss it. Right. Okay, so now, if you check here, we went, you know, bullish here. Once we broke under here, we flipped bearish. I have no entry signal here after this pullback. Now, we're staying bearish with a new lower low. We flip back bullish. And now we're just fucking around. So now, I need price to go down under here. Hold on, wait a second. Am I saying something stupid here? Yes, I'm saying something stupid. Hold on. Sorry for the confusion. I want to buy Sasha. Alright. So, opposite. Sorry for the confusion, guys. You clearly can see that my pill for ADHD didn't kick in yet. Alright, so. So here we got a new high. Woo. New high. And we have a pullback, so technically I want to buy in that pullback, but never happened. We never established support. We then flip bearish, and we then have a lower low, and now we flip back bullish. Here at this stage, clearly this is an area where I would have been able to take a trade, you know, in this place, you know, on this candle. What the fuck? I'm trying to exit that too. So if I was awake during the day, this is the kind of shit I will have tried. Place my stop under previous structure point. But if it's too big of a stop, I would probably avoid it or take a more aggressive stop. In this case, under previous structure point, plus 10, that's 60. Yeah, so that's a pretty big stop. So I don't know if I would have taken that one. And if I were to take a more aggressive stop, it would be plus 10, so that would be 24. And I would have been out at this point, you know. So, but what about the 30-minute? Most of the time, the 30-minute will help me take also a decision. So now if you look on the 30-minute, and the reason why I'm breaking this down like this, guys, is just to help you for learning purposes, right? So now, at this stage, let's see, on the 30-minute, we went bearish, boom, boom, still bearish when you new low, flip back bullish, no pullback though. Yeah, that is the FE elbow here. But this one, clearly, like, I really don't like it. I don't like those ones. For me, this one's kind of a write-off candle. So for me, it doesn't really exist. So I'm still bullish at that point. Yeah, it's clearly something I would have probably trapped here, to be honest. I'm not gonna say any bullshit, but I'm not awake at that time. So London show. Hey, did anyone took that trade to the upside? I'm just curious. Just curious. And I guess this is where this elbow was valid, I guess, because clearly he didn't respect the structure point. So, all right, so whatever. I'm gonna keep EuroCAD for now because let's see. No, now I don't like it. Now we failed on creating a new higher high. Looks like when it filled that wick, yeah, fuck EuroCAD. Later, boom. All right, move on. ADCHF. Whew, it's getting warm in here. All right, so weekly's bearish, nice pullback. Weekly golden zone, major QP. What about the daily? Daily, still bearish. This is horrible. Yeah, playing like if I'm trading like a pair like this, I'm not staying there for long because look at this freaking mess. Look at this. For, you know, doesn't look like it's gonna respect the structure either. Yeah, it's a mess on the left. Especially this one is something that I'm mainly back testing right now. As like H4 mainly. I mean daily H4 and sync. As a day trade. Because of market structure right now. I mean not market structure. Market sentiment and price action. Anyways, let's continue here. All right, so we got a weekly here on a Euro AUD. So weekly is bullish. We had a nice pullback once again to this weekly golden zone major QP. Boom, push up. So now I'm looking still for continuous trade, but last week it did close smaller body candle. The only reason why I was still looking at a continuous trade, it was because we did broke previous high in respect to previous low. Smaller body candle, indicating that we might have a pullback, but still looking strong, especially after looking at the daily. I mean, on Friday it closed solid above that mini range here. So I was like, all right, I can still look for a continuation trade at this point. I mean, we are inside of a structure like Euro CAD. This is why I'm not like extremely excited about that one, because it's a lot of noise inside that structure. Now, if you're looking at H4, I was looking for maybe a switch of structure inside of that golden zone. And if it does, I would be willing to give it a try. Like I said, I'm back testing something right now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place an alert here. That's going to say, oops, god damn. There we go. That's going to say H1 going, oops, bullish. So once I'm done, I'm going to be able to look at it again. But until then, I'm standby. Alright, so now let's see Euro NZD. Whoa. Was it frozen? Oh, here we go. Time is set here. 30, perfect. Alright, so weekly time frame, we are bullish. You see, still looking for continuous trade. Obviously, we are at a high, so it's kind of dangerous. So you got to manage your risk at that point. If you do take a trade, daily bullish, and we can expect continuous trade also, or maybe a pullback. Depends on how that's going to close. But let's say we don't see this candle, it definitely looked like we can continue. So that's why the idea of that pullback on H4 to continue to the upside still makes sense at this point. So actually I think that alert was already triggered by that wick because it was there. So I'm gonna put it again. Entering H4 GC. I'm pretty sure it was. Like, how do we see? Where do we see our alerts? Here? Here? Maybe? Oh, no. Setting? No. Whatever. Alright guys, any questions so far? Are we doing good? Are we doing good? What about H1? H1 still bullish. 30 minutes is, yeah, massive bullish also. Okay, cool. So now NZD-CHF, pretty much the same concept here. Oops. We can have a continuous trade to the downside. Solid close on last week. What about the daily? Daily solid candle also. Broke previous high or took the previous low. Clean traffic to the left side. 4 hour, nice. We're getting that pullback. Alert was triggered. I'm actually gonna place another alert here. Entering H4 GZ. Perfect. What about H1? Let's update H1. It's been a while. So H1 is now bullish. Is it? Yeah. So from here, man, I'm getting better with this mouse now while walking. Man, I don't know if you guys were there the first day or so. It was terrible, man. My mouse was moving everywhere. It's still not easy, but getting better. It's like trading, man. You gotta practice your eyes to see those setup, see those pattern, you know. Okay, so here, boom, boom. Yeah, all right, cool. So now, H1 is bullish. What about the 30 minutes? 30 minute, same shit. Yeah, so let's update those lines, because I feel that I'm gonna be using that pair soon. 30-minute bull, and here we go. So now the other alert I'm gonna move is gonna be, let's see. Oops, that's not what I want to do. All right, so let's say I do this. Okay, let's go back 1 hour. Yeah, you know what? So I'm gonna place this alert here just to know when the 30 minutes is gonna flip bearish. And obviously I'm gonna wait for each one just because I want to keep track. So 30 minutes going bearish. So now I need my lower time frame switch of structure to be able to enter. But obviously I would prefer like even a deeper pullback inside that H4 golden zone. Now CHF GPY. Like I said, pretty much any currency against the yen right now is gonna go up. Whoa. Yeah, that paper trade. That paper trade is massively. We talked about that. I think, was it on Thursday? Yeah, I think I give that trade. Was it on Thursday? Yeah, I think it was on Thursday on Forex Stock over here, if I'm not wrong. Was it? Anyways, but solid. Like, let's say you hold this. Yo, 720. All right, so let's remove this. All right, so now we're massive bullish on the daily. You see this concentration? That's why I actually came up with that concentration trade idea, because I mean there's sometimes that trades just appear to just trend and skyrocket without any pullback, but most of the time, the lower time frame, most of the time the H4 will give you a pullback at one point during that day, you know. And if you see, let's say on this leg, just for fun on this leg, okay, I didn't do it, okay, I didn't do it, just for you, for learning purposes, guys. All right, so here, let's see. So starting from there to there, this is the beginning of the push, the end of the push, boom, you see? We barely, I mean the beginning of the push is, yeah, right here. The end of the push is right here. Oops. Here we go, perfect. So we went to that golden zone. I mean, we touch it, but oh, don't forget, those are areas, you know. We clearly rejected 382. So that solid, just based on H4, you can be like, all right, I'll take that trade. The reason why you want to go on H1 and lower time frame is to find a better entry, right? So this would have been a win for sure, like for sure. I'm not gonna dissect everything, but let's say now on this next move, look at this. Once again, boom, profit, right? Once again, and if you look at the daily, we don't have any pullback. You know, we're straight up. You know, so now that's already 2 moves, 2 wins out of that huge leg that I would not get usually. So now, third push up, pull back, respected safety net. I mean, if we can find an intro in a lower time frame, sweet, we got another win. So 3 out of 3 so far. This is just for you guys, just to understand, right? The end of the push is right here. All right, nice pullback, golden zone. Once again, boom, TP. You know, you got TP1, TP2, TP3. Yeah, they hit it all. You know, so 4 out of 4. So now this move, oops, sorry, wrong tool. Here. So this move, oops, even here, we got it. Pull back, golden zone, TP. You know, here that wick would have probably scared you, but not gonna stop you out because your stop's gonna be under the structure, right? So that wick would be like, oh shit, I should have secured profit, and boom, TP4. So 5 out of 5. All right, another one. From here, beginning of the push, the end of the push. Look at this. Oh, another golden zone, right? And TP4 smash. You know. And again, price would have been up here. You know. I mean, pull back. If you take the entry here, you'll be scared. If you take the entry here, you're laughing. So yeah, man. So you see. So now, just waiting for the exact same shit. You know, don't complicate stuff, guys. Just see what's been working and just rinse and repeat. Okay, so now Euro GPY. Weekly massive push to the upside. Again, like no pullback, you know, no pullback. Daily, what about daily? Daily no pullback. Straight bullish, you know. We never came down. You see, so if I was waiting for this, you know, I missed it. Now, with this H4, look, we can do the same thing with this leg. Same shit. You know, same shit. It would have been working. Maybe here, maybe a loss. I don't know. You should, where it depends on where your stuff. Yeah, with that wick, maybe one loss here in this case. That I can see very quickly. But, oops. And again, this one, like this last one that just happened, look, boom, again, touch that golden zone, reject, TP4 hit it, you know, so yeah, so now I'm just waiting for the next one, again, plain and simple. All right, so now let's see, what pair are you guys looking at? Let me see. Let me go back to GJ, see if we can have a dogtail set up like yesterday. Yesterday was great. Yeah. I mean, that dogtail right now, with this wick to the downside, the next one, if we form the bottom wick and break the high, even if we're going to be like at this resistance, should be a lot of juice in it. And like I said, I'm still looking for continuous trade on GJ, so yeah. All right, cool. Now let's see what your questions, guys. All right, let me go check the chat here. I think there's one question popping in. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, Ding Dong, what's up, buddy? Ding Dong. Euro USD. Oh shoot, really, man. Euro USD, especially what's happening right now, dude. You guys are brave. Not touching this shit. But let's see. Straight bullish on the weekly time frame. Look at this. Weekly golden zone. Boom. It's been a while to look at it. Like it's been like months. But it did happen. Crazy. Alright, so weekly's bullish. Daily's also bullish. Alright, so is the daily gonna come back, reach this previous structure point? We don't really have an area of interest here. Yeah, so maybe previous structure point, that's gonna be pretty low though. So beginning of the push, you know, the push, that would be golden zone. So obviously that now we start the move down. I'm not looking for continuous trade, right? I'll be waiting for to hit this area if I was trading this pair, which is also actually it's pretty in sync with the structure point here. So we're gonna come down here, retest previous structure point, go up. What else we got here? We got our major QP1 600, 6,000. Here we go. And what about H4? So H4 now, put those line up. Ooh, oopsie. All right, so H4 is now bearish. Here we go. And H4 should continue to be bearish until we reach that area. And when you reach it, you want to wait for that switch of structure on H4. Wait for the high low potential and take it for the upside. But yeah, I mean, it looks nice, you know. It's not clearly not ready, but it does look nice. Am I gonna trade Euro USD? Hell the fuck no. Like those two red flags are do not touch for me personally. And this pair is the one I'm the most exciting about because I'm about to do another payment for the residence we bought in Mexico, and I was so waiting for that moment to buy some, which I did. Said to my wife, like, it sucks because we needed to do the payment at that time, but I've been stretching the payment that limit date for a couple like days because I was really seeing price getting to this area. So we did the payment. I was like, this is perfect. We got a good price, but I'm feeling that we're gonna keep sinking here, and I'm pretty happy now because we have another payment coming up like in soon. Anyways, once this weekly breaks under here, man, it's gonna be discount day for Sasha on his house in Mexico. So this is pretty cool. So it's gonna be like a double dip investment. So yeah, pretty excited about that. Anyways, all right, let's see now. What time is it? All right. All right. So any other question, guys, or any other pair you want to take a look at? Whew. It's getting warm. Real warm. All right. Cool, guys. So I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. I'm sorry not being extremely constant. If you have any question, shoot them in the message down here, or you can hit me on IG. It'd be my pleasure to help you out. And I'll try to be there on Thursday night for Forex Talk Over Beer. And yeah, so let's have fun, trade safe, don't do anything stupid. Peace out, guys.